Israel has said it has identified the remains of hostages Imran Kuper and Sahar Baruch, whose bodies were returned by Hamas on Thursday. A statement from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said that the families of the deceased men had been informed after completion of the identification process by the National Institute of Forensic Medicine. Hamas has so far returned the remains of 17 out of the 28 dead hostages. The Palestinian group had agreed to hand over as part of a U.S. brokered truce deal with Israel. Sahar Baruch was taken from Kibbutz Be'eri to Gaza and killed during a failed army rescue operation 2 months later. He was 25 when he died. Amiram Kuper, at 84 at the time of his abduction, was kidnapped with his wife, Norit Kuper, from their home in Kibbutz Niroz. Israel announced his death in captivity in June 2024. In a statement, the Hostages and Missing Families Forum, a campaign group, expressed its support for the families of Kuper and Baruch and called for the return of the bodies of the remaining dead hostages. Israel launched a wave of strikes on Gaza overnight from Tuesday to Wednesday after an attack that left an Israeli soldier dead in the south of Palestinian territory. Gaza's civil defense agency, which operates as a rescue force under Hamas authority, said the strikes killed more than 100 people, including dozens of children, in the worst night of bombing since the truce went into effect on October 10th. By Wednesday morning, Israel said it had begun a renewed enforcement of ceasefire, and both U.S. President Donald Trump and regional mediator Qatar said they expected it to hold. Meanwhile, divisions surfaced during a joint news conference between German Chancellor Friedrich Merz and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan over human rights and the situation in Gaza.
No matter what position you hold, if you trample on the law, judicial authorities in a state governed by the rule of law are obliged to take whatever action is necessary. Hamas doesn't have bombs. Hamas doesn't have nuclear weapons. But Israel does have all of these weapons, and Israel uses them. For example, last night, Wednesday, it specifically struck Gaza with these same bombs. As Germany, can't you see this?